Rousey, we're here after an action-packed afternoon. Second half with 4 goals. Give us your verdict on that 2-2 draw.
It's hard to sum it up. It's a game that's gone end to end. Obviously, Cleethorpes have come with a game plan. A depleted squad, and they've obviously executed it well. And we've sort of played into their hands by, not doing the right things and not moving the ball wide early enough and creating good width in the pitch. And really, we were letting the game sort of drift away to us. And obviously, you look at the first goal, unfortunate one for us. We can do a lot better in the wide area, but it's a ball that Spratty clears, goes on to their lad, and as Steers is about to clear it, he slips and wipes their lad out, and Steers is, his 8-20 favourite to get there, and unfortunately slips and gives a pen away. And you go 1-0 down, and the game plan that they were obviously trying to do is sit deep and play on the counter, then becomes more difficult because they're running the clock down. And again, the second goal, in the corner, we can do better a little bit in the corner. It comes out to the edge, and we talked about it before, and good quality from their lad, obviously Will and we know all about him hitting shots from distance. He does it quite often against us, and it's rocketed into the bottom corner, and it just, at that point felt like one of them days. But we've just said it in there, that's the impact we're wanting from the boys that are coming on from the pitch. It's a competitive squad, and substitutes will be disappointed to be on the bench, but ultimately that's the impact that they have to make when they come on to force their way back into the team. And in terms of Gav, Bailey and Louis, all made a massive impact on that last 20 minutes, and ultimately have probably saved the result for us and dug a point out when it looked like we'd be going home and on. So loads of positives towards the last 20 minutes. Probably more we can do in the first 70 minutes, but we've just said let's try and carry that, take the positives, let's try and carry that last 20 minutes into, the first half against Newton Aycliffe here on Tuesday, on what's obviously going to be a difficult surface after we're looking at that today, and we'll try and be more positive and see if we can get a win on Tuesday night.
As much as we trailed 2-0 at one point in that game, obviously we'd had a number of chances throughout the first half and even the second half. Did it feel like it were going to be one of those afternoons where it just weren't going to fall right for us?
Yeah, the chances were almost gilt-edged. I mean, Connors is a really good header. It's a good ball in from Jack, and Connors is a good header down into the bottom corner, and it hits the post, and then it's a scramble on the line and somehow falls into the keeper's hands. And then the second half, I think Spratty does really well in the left-back position, drives forward, 6-1 up, and Burns is probably 5 or 6 yards out, and he knows that he should be doing better in that position. He's just been saying that himself. So he heads that one wide, and as I say, it almost felt like one of them days at that period in time. But we sort of forced one home at a period where, I don't know the ruling, but I know it used to be when 2 players are down that you didn't have to leave the pitch, so they'll be frustrated with that one. The referees made 2 players leave the pitch, and obviously we've scored at that moment in time while they've got 2 players getting treatment on the sideline. And then, Louis does really well, chases a lost cause in the last, 2 or 3 minutes, gets into the corner, comes out with the ball and stands one up really well for Bailey to attack across the front. And we've seen that many times now from Bailey, a good header into the far corner. And, we just said to the players, we were disappointed almost that we weren't celebrating it in the corner. We wanted them to get on the halfway line and be hungry for the next goal, and that's the mentality that we want us to have. But from first 70 minutes, we obviously come here today to win the game. After 70 minutes, would we have took a point? Definitely, but we'll try and dust ourselves down and make sure that point becomes a good one by making Tuesday night a 3-point game. And if you do that, then you're still talking about the 2-point average.
A point a couple of supporters had mentioned in that second half, when we seem to be attacking that end of the ground, when we get that first goal, it seems like the ball's getting kind of dragged towards the net. Is that something that you've noticed in the last stages of these games at home?
Yeah, definitely. I thought we were almost at half time. We said we thought the crowd, first half quite flat, and we'd done nothing to get them going. So that's our responsibility, But we wanted to almost drum that support up in the second half, because we know when we're attacking that end, if they do get behind us, it can have a massive impact. And you saw as soon as the first goal goes in, the noise levels go up, and the supporters are behind us, and it almost gives us that lift and that impetus. So we thank the supporters for that. Can we do that from the first minute on Tuesday night? Can we ramp that, ramp the atmosphere up, ramp the noise up, and give the players the lift that we need? We're in a tough period of games, but ultimately, we're in a good position, but we don't want to waste the position that we're in. It's important that we keep building momentum, we keep moving forward, and if we do that, we'll be all right.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.